Hello students, a very good morning to you. How are you? I hope you all okay and doing your work properly. So students, let's continue our chapter 6 of class 12, that is molecular basis of inheritance. In our last class, I have explained you about the packaging of DNA, how the packaging of DNA is different in both prokaryotes and in eukaryotes. Now we will study that search for genetic material. Today we will study about search for genetic material. What do you mean by genetic material? Genetic material means the material which transfers the parental character to their offspring. If we consider, then starting from Mendel tried to show how genetic information is carried to their offspring or to the next generation. But since starting from Mendel and many other scientists like your Walter Sutton and Boveri, then T.H. Morgan and many other scientists are worked to know whether or which is the material that carries the genetic information. It will come to the molecular basis. Molecular basis means simply Mendel said that genes carry the genetic character. Again, how these genes made up of and which material inside the gene is responsible for carrying this genetic information to their next generation. So after discovery of nuclein by Messer, Friedrich Messer, nuclein is discovered by Friedrich Messer. Many other scientists are worked to know which is the genetic material, like your Gregor Mendel, Walter Sutton, then your T.H. Morgan. They all tried to know how genetic information transferred. So first experiment we will see that how genetic information is taken by the chromosomes to their offsprings through different type of experiment. And remember students, this chapter is so much important, and in this chapter we will study about many experiments. So first experiment on genetic material means which is the genetic material to carry the genetic information from one generation to another generation, whether it is a DNA or RNA or protein, to know whether the carrier means that carries the genetic information is a DNA, is RNA or protein. So to know this, different scientists came and their experiment on different organisms to know which is the genetic material. So first experiment today we will study about Griffith's transforming principle. Griffith's transforming principle. So you know about Frederick Griffith in 1928. 1928. Griffith. Like many other scientists, some scientists are used to experiment on a particular organism. Just like Penicillium notatum on which Alexander Fleming worked. Same, Frederick Griffith worked on Streptococcus pneumoniae, the bacteria Streptococcus pneumoniae. The bacteria that is responsible for causing pneumonia. Means Frederick Griffith's continuous experiment was gone on Streptococcus pneumoniae, which is responsible for causing pneumonia. You know about pneumonia. I have explained you in the chapter 8. Why he is doing his experiment means when Frederick Griffith doing his experiment on Streptococcus pneumoniae, he saw some changes in the bacteria. Then he tried to grow some other organisms in this bacteria by infecting them. So on this basis, he was found that something is present in the organism's body that transfers the genetic characters. On this basis, he named the experiment as Griffith's transforming principle. So what is that substance? Now students, let's see how his experiment was done on Streptococcus pneumoniae. Clear students? So now we can see that where he is grow some Streptococcus pneumoniae, matlab means this bacteria in a culture plate. Suppose this is a culture plate. He grows some bacteria. He take two culture plates. This is one culture plate and this is another culture plate. He grows some bacteria. Which bacteria? Streptococcus pneumoniae. And after some time, suppose let's take this A and this one is B. After some time, he saw that one of the culture plate have smooth colonies around Streptococcus pneumoniae, means the bacteria is covered by smooth colonies. So here smooth colony is formed. Here smooth colony is formed, and in plate B, culture plate B, in the laboratory he is doing while he is doing his experiment, and he saw here some rough colonies are formed around the bacteria. You can see these are rough colonies and these are smooth colonies. So for smooth colony he takes as S strain, and for rough colony he takes it as R strain. Again I am repeating, Frederick Griffith in the year 1928 doing different type of experiments on Streptococcus pneumoniae, and Streptococcus pneumoniae is the bacteria which is responsible for causing pneumonia in organisms. So while he is doing his experiment and he take two culture plates, you know about culture plates like your petri dish, he grows some bacteria, means Streptococcus pneumoniae, and in two plates he saw while growing these bacteria, some produce smooth colony around them and some produce rough colony around them. So the smooth colony produced by this bacteria is named as S strain, whereas rough colony is formed by the bacteria is named as R strain. Then after that he take two mice, or he takes some mice. Let's see. He take two mice. And he collect the S strain and R strain and separately inject two mice. Listen student, smooth colony formed by the bacteria is virulent by nature. Virulent by nature means who causes infection and tends to death. Virulent by nature, and R strain is non-virulent. Non-virulent. So he take two mice and inject both S strain and R strain separately. So when he was inject R strain, S strain and R strain, then what happened? Then some unbelievable changes are noticed in the mice. So what changes are noticed? We can see here. Suppose here S strain inject two mice. We can say here S strain inject two mice. Inject two mice. So when the S strain, here the S strain, when S strain is inject to mice, S strain is inject to mice, then the mice died. Mice died. Clear? Again, R strain is inject to mice. Then what happened to mice? Mice life. Dear students, here I have told you S strain is virulent by nature and R strain is non-virulent by nature. So when A strain is injected to mice, then the mice died. Means the virulent nature of A strain or the smooth polysaccharide coating of the bacteria tends to kill the mice, due to which the mice died. Means when A strain is injected to mice, simply you can understand, when A strain is injected to mice, mice died. But when R strain is injected to mice, mice live. Clear? Again what happened? Again heat killed A strain is given to the bacteria. Next what happened? Next Gript was able to kill bacteria by hitting them. Means he killed both the bacteria separately. Gript killed the bacteria by hitting them. Clear? Then what happened when he killed? He observed that after heat killing, when he inject A strain to the mice, then mice did not die, he lived. So let's see. We can see through this graph. That's A strain. We can write here heat kill. Means after hitting the A strain, inject to mice. Then what happened? Here mice live. Means the mice will not die. Clear? When he again A strain, which is heat kill, plus R strain inject to mice, then mice died. Now let's understand what is the procedure behind them. Let's understand. To know which is the genetic material, means which carries or transfers the parental character to their offspring, Grips experiment on Streptococcus pneumoniae, and when he grew Streptococcus pneumoniae in a culture plate, some produced smooth colony around them and some produced rough colony around them. So those who produce smooth colony named as A strain, and those who produce R colony named as R strain. Clear? So smooth colony is produced by the bacteria is virulent by nature, means that can show the symptoms of pneumonia and can kill the organism. Clear? But R strain means a rough coating or rough polysaccharide formed around the bacteria is non-virulent, meaning it will not cause pneumonia. So when the A strain and R strain given separately to the mice, then what happened? A strain inject to mice, mice died. Again here R strain given or inject to mice, R strain inject to mice, mice live. Means when he inject A strain, then mice died, and when he inject R strain, the mice live. Mice live. But when he heat killed, means after hitting, when he inject the same A strain to the mice, then at that case the mice will live. So it means when A strain is heated, the genetic material may be finished or maybe loses its characters, due to which it will not infect the mice or not affect the mice, due to which the mice live. But when A strain, which is heat killed, and R strain are mixed, heat killed S is mixed with R strain, then inject to mice, then the mice die. Can you get something from here? When S alone given then the mice died. हिंदी में बताती हूँ. जब A strain माइस को दिया गया तो माइस मर गया, और जब R strain माइस को इंजेक्ट किया गया तो माइस नहीं मरा, जिंदा बचा. पर एस को जब हिट कर दिया, एस स्ट्रेन को जब हिट कर दिया और माइस को मतलब चूहा को इंजेक्ट कराया तो वो नहीं मरा. एस को हिट करके जब उसके कैरेक्टर्स को किल कर दिया तब माइस नहीं मरा. अगर हिट किल्ड माइस से नहीं मरा तो यहाँ पे भी तो हिट किल्ड लिया है एस स्ट्रेन, और आर से भी माइस नहीं मर रहा था. तो इसका मतलब दोनों से माइस नहीं मरना चाहिए, क्योंकि निमोनिया के कैरेक्टर हमने खत्म कर दिया, ग्रिप्त ने खत्म कर दिया. पर यहाँ पे केस कुछ उल्टा. द केस इज समथिंग डिफरेंट फ्रॉम हियर. हाउ? एस स्ट्रेन व्हिच इज हिट किल्ड plus R strain, both are not kill the mice in the above situation, but when they mix and inject to the mice, here the mice died. Clear? So what happened? What do you think what would happen here? During S kill, some characters which causes pneumonia may be transferred to R strain, and which makes the R strain virulent. The R strain which is initially not virulent, but when it mixed with heat killed S, then from heat killed S some material is transferred to R strain and makes the R strain virulent. Then here the question is, which is the material that transferred to the R strain? So from the above experiment, it is impossible to conclude that which is the genetic material. But Gript only said there is something present in the gene which makes the genetic characters to transfer. Here the experiment is not complete. So we can say Gript's experiment is not complete. Why? He can't conclude which is the genetic material, as he can't conclude which is the genetic material which causes transformation. Clear? Frederick Gript only said that there is some genetic material which makes or which causes transformation of genetic characters from one to another, but he can't able to say what is the genetic material, whether it is a DNA or it is a RNA or a protein. But he only said that something might be present in our gene or here in S strain which transferred to R strain and makes the R strain virulent, due to which the mice died. Clear? So we can say that Gript's transforming principle is not complete or can't give any evidence about transformation of genetic character, but only gives the idea that there is something transferred. So what is that material? To know this, again 3 scientists came. Dear students, you can take the screenshot. After this, again 3 scientists came. Who know their name? Maclean McCarthy, clear? Oswald Avery, then Maclean McCarthy, clear? And third scientist is your Colin McLeod. These 3 scientists again rediscover on Gript's transforming principle. Gript's transforming principle. And he found, again he did the same experiment which is done by Gript, and they found that the genetic material is thought to be a protein, but this is just their thinking, it is not proved. Oswald Avery, you should remember these 3 scientists' name. Oswald Avery, Macklin McCarthy, and Colin McLeod. They do the experiment on biochemical characterization of transforming principle. Biochemical characterization of transforming principle. So these three scientists thought to be that there must be a protein who causes transformation, but they just thought, they can't give any evidence. So again they experiment on Streptococcus pneumoniae and find out or purified the biochemicals. After doing the same experiment on or in Greg's experiment in on mice, they find the biochemicals. And as you know that there are three type of biochemicals we can get. One is DNA, another is RNA, and another is protein. One is DNA, RNA, and protein. So here is also a great confusion. Whether DNA causes transformation, RNA causes transformation, or protein causes transformation. To know this means whether the genetic material is a DNA, RNA, or protein. They again, what happened? They discovered some enzymes. They discovered some enzymes from the R strain. Listen, R strain हीट किल्ड एस स्ट्रेन और आर स्ट्रेन को जब मिक्स कर दिया तो आर स्ट्रेन मर गया। इसका मतलब पहले आर वर्लुएंट नहीं था, एस वर्लुएंट था, पर एस को हीट करने के बाद उसका भी वर्लुएंट नेचर खत्म हो गया। पर जब मिक्स कर दिया, मिक्स करके हीट किया, तो उस दौरान एस से कुछ आर में आ गया और आर को वर्लुएंट बना दिया, जिसकी वजह से माइस मर गया। तो एस से कौन आया, ये जानने के लिए ये तीनों साइंटिस्ट ने क्या किया, सेम एक्सपेरिमेंट किया और आर स्ट्रेन से 3 बायोकेमिकल्स डिस्कवर किया। एक डीएनए था, दूसरा आरएनए था, तीसरा प्रोटीन था। फिर से क्वेश्चन ये उठता है कि जो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हुआ था, मतलब आर स्ट्रेन से जो मिला, आर से जो माइस मरा, आर में एस से क्या ट्रांसफर हुआ, डीएनए हुआ, आरएनए हुआ या फिर प्रोटीन हुआ, ये जानना भी एक बहुत बड़ी बात थी। तो इसलिए इन्होंने क्या किया, इन्होंने कुछ एंजाइम भी डिस्कवर किया। क्या, कौन कौन सी एंजाइम डिस्कवर किया? आरएनए को जो डाइजेस्ट करता है उस एंजाइम का नाम है आरएनएज। जिस वर्ड के पीछे ASE लगा होगा वो एक एंजाइम है, तो हियर आरएनएज। पर कभी कभी आरएनएज ऐसे भी लिखा होता है, आरएनएज। यहाँ पे आरएनएज का मतलब होता है बहुत सारा आरएनए, बट यहाँ पे आरएनए का मतलब, आरएनएज का मतलब होता है हियर दिस इज द एंजाइम which acts on RNA, means for the digestion of RNA. And they discovered also protease. Protease is another enzyme that is discovered from the mice, means from the R strain, which acts on protein. So they discovered RNase which digest RNA and protease which digest protein, and both are not affect transformation, means they are not affect transformation. इसका मतलब ये है जो आरएनएस और प्रोटीएज मिला, इनका काम है आरएनए को डाइजेस्ट करना, प्रोटीन को डाइजेस्ट करना। ये दोनों आरएनए और प्रोटीन को डाइजेस्ट कर दिए, पर डीएनए को ये डाइजेस्ट नहीं कर सकते। डीएनए को डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए कौन सी एंजाइम चाहिए? डीएनएस नहीं मिला। तो इसका मतलब क्या है, ये खत्म, बचा कौन? डीएनए। तो अभी हम क्या कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं कि अगर डीएनए डाइजेस्ट हो गया, प्रोटीन डाइजेस्ट हो गया, तो जेनेटिक इंफॉर्मेशन किसने कैरी किया? बचा कौन? डीएनए। सो डीएनए ट्रांसफर कर सकता है। अगेन इसको जानने के लिए क्या किया, डीएनए एंजाइम को लिया। क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स? डीएनए एंजाइम को जब लिया, इसने इनहिबिट किया किसको? ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन को। व्हेन टेक डीएनए, it inhibits transformation. Clear students? It inhibits transformation. So from the above experiment, they conclude that Oswald Avery, Maclean McCarthy and Pauline MacLeod conclude that the genetic material which causes transformation of the virulent character from A strain to R strain, that is neither a RNA nor a protein but a DNA. So from this experiment it is concluded that DNA is the genetic material. But after this experiment, still many experiments are performed by other scientists to know whether the genetic material is DNA. So this is the not only a experiment who proves it. So many other experiments are done after this to know which is the genetic material. So today this is all about your biochemical characterization of Griffith's transforming principle and Griffith's experiment. In the next class, we will study about your next topic, that is the genetic material DNA.